Hi, I'm Heather Dickson. I'm the youth entrepreneur at Dana Naye Ventures. I'm also an entrepreneur. Um, I own and run Dickson Designs here in Whitehorse. The new position I just started is a nice break from my sewing table. I'm working to help bridge the gap between entrepreneurship and youth in the Yukon, and hopefully promoting some more people to be their own bosses when they're finished school. The program I'm working on with D&V is called YLEAP. It's Youth Learning Entrepreneurial Abilities and Possibilities. Growing up here, I felt like I was always told, what are you going to do when you're done school? Who are you going to work for? Like, are you going to go into a trade or mines or nursing? Or it was always working for someone else. I found that being your own boss was never an option given. And then when I went to college, I learned about entrepreneurship and what the word meant, and being your own boss. Of course, that sounds amazing. And when I came home, it took me a while, but I eventually got into entrepreneurship and starting my own business. And it was a lot easier than what I expected, the steps to start. And I feel like that's what scares most people off. And through the workshops, we hope to show youth that, business is not that scary and anyone can do it. I never went to school for business, and I've been running a pretty successful business for 5 years here in the Yukon. And yeah, it's just to kind of hopefully inspire more youth to get into entrepreneurship. Well, right now we're trying to hand out surveys to communities through social media, or reaching out, and we can mail surveys too, to try and really find out what youth need in every community. Maybe we kind of have 3 different ideas going on right now. The first one would be like an introduction to entrepreneurship. So this would be for the younger kids, and introducing them to the word and what it means, and hopefully bring in local entrepreneurs to share their experiences and show that it is possible to run a business even in your own small community. The second would be almost trying it out, kind of like setting up a Dragon's Den style competition where we bring in people to give like a little session on different parts of running a business, and kind of showing that it could be fun, win a great prize after. And the final one would be training. So these would be for the people that are ready to start a business, that have a idea in mind, and kind of break it down for them so it's less intimidating. Yeah, I think it's important. I think it's also showing our youth to aim a little higher than to go work in a mine, which is fine, and we all need these jobs, and but I think it'd be nice for someone in a small community to say, yeah, I could be my own boss someday, instead of, I'll go work for the band office, or just kind of giving them the confidence that they can do it. And it's not just people with big giant businesses, and they're I feel like a lot of people don't know about small business and how that works, and I just would love to be a part of igniting that in the Yukon for youth. D&V has some great funding for people that want to do startups, and really low interest rates. And we're not the only ones in town. I'm sure there's others that I would love to reach out and share their information eventually as well, just to provide more options, but just to show youth that there is help out there. Also, there's amazing events all across Canada for youth entrepreneurship, and I've been lucky to go to quite a few of them, and it's so inspiring to sit in a room with people that are so like-minded and driven and want to do, not the same business, but they want to be their own boss someday. And I think it's just really good that it'd be good to get that out there, and for youth to want to go to these events and hopefully help get them there someday. Yeah, so the dream for this project would be to hold an entrepreneurship youth conference. It'd be amazing to team up with other youth services here in Whitehorse and throughout the Yukon, and get youth from all over, and just have maybe like an amazing weekend of inspiring speeches, bring in some like amazing speakers. So I'm speaking from a dream right now. It isn't planned, but we definitely hope to eventually do that with this project. Get more youth together and connected, and
Cool.
hopefully see some new entrepreneurs in the coming years.
Yes.
Well, we just started YLEAP, so we're in the stages of reaching out. I've reached out to a few communities, and there's been a lot of excitement from workers saying that there's not this isn't offered for Yukon youth, and they're excited to see something new and want to keep in contact. That's as far as I've gotten so far. We did team up with a school called Ivy on the East Coast, and they want to come here and do a week-long workshop, so a youth business workshop, where it's students, business students that are coming here to help like mentor and teach youth from, well, they want everyone from different communities how to run their own business and start it and be successful and offer their own advice, as well as like just spending how many years in school. So that should be happening late April or early May. They're customizing the workshop to the Yukon, so they haven't given me too many details, but if anyone's interested, they can reach out to me at Dana Naye Ventures. Yeah, also I'd love to help mentor too. Some of the events, I'd love to share my experience of entrepreneurship, all the highs and lows and lessons and fun parts, and got 5 years to share. So I welcome any youth or people who work with youth to reach out to me. I'm at Dana Naye Ventures here in Whitehorse, Yukon. You can phone and ask for Heather, or I'm on Facebook as YLEAP, and then Instagram as YLEAP D&V. Feel free to reach out, and I would love to connect with anybody. And my personal business is Dickson Designs, so I'm also on Facebook and Instagram, and my website is dicksonfashiondesigns.ca.